Right now I'm on holidays, and these holidays, Christmas holidays, are the first holidays that I have since I've started uni. I've now finished my first semester of uni. When I get back in January, then I'm going to have my first semester exams, which are worth 50% of my module for each exam that I do. And just now to just reflect on how that semester has been, I think one thing that you're going to do if you're in year 13 or year 12 right now, just like to get mentally ready for university and just for life in general. Not a lot of people will tell you, but you're going to have to read so much. There's so much reading involved in university and preparing for university, like getting like the acceptance and all that, like administration works. So much reading that you're going to have to do. I think definitely make a note right now. Just prepare yourself for all the reading that you're going to have to do. Like I remember the first time that I sat down, each lecture slide is going to be around about 200 slides. So each lecture PowerPoint, I mean, for each lesson is going to be around about 200 slides. I was not prepared for that. And although there wasn't a lot of information on each slide, just the amount of slides there were meant that there was so much more reading. I understand that university is going to be much more information dense and heavy than high school, but at the same time, even for example, you're going to be given assignments to read books and whatever, like you're going to be given recommended reading to do, and in those textbooks, you can imagine the textbooks that are provided for you by the university are going to be very, very, very dense with information. So I think definitely, just as a heads up, one thing that they don't tell you in university is that you're going to have to do a lot of reading. Just prepare to do that, and not even like reading to understand. There's different types of reading. So reading for like administrative purposes, so at the beginning of university when you have to fill out all the forms, that's one thing. Second thing, even like for example, there's so much stuff on, for example, so I'm going Queen Mary's, and on the QM Plus website there's so much stuff that you will have to read by yourself. They have to take initiative. So that's another thing, take initiative, but a lot of people say that already. So taking initiative and preparing to read all of that as well takes time. So that's just something that you're going to have to get used to. And as well, reading for academic information. So when you're doing reading journal articles for an assignment for a module that I have, so this is professional research practice. So for one of the modules that I have to do a lot of reading for reading articles, reading journals, reading newspapers and all that stuff. So that reading, and I have to think about what information can I be getting from each source, and if the source is correct, if the source is validated or not, and I'm thinking about that as well. And on top of that, reading in terms of like purely for the university, for exams and stuff like that. So from the PowerPoint, reading to get the most important parts out of that PowerPoint for me to learn, and then what is some stuff that's a little bit extra, and what stuff that's even extra outside of that. For those of you who may be thinking about what information do I know will be good for me in university, you can check out my egg video. That's why I have an egg here as well. This is from another video. You can go and figure out what video that is. The thumbnail is going to have an egg in it, so there's going to be a ton of reading to do in university. Yeah, just from somebody who's just finished their first semester in university, a message to all the year 12s and to the year 13s, heads up, you're going to be doing a ton of reading, which is, if you like reading, that's good. It's not going to be reading like fiction books. You're not going to be reading Harry Potter this time, not Diary of the Wimpy Kid anymore. You're going to be reading a lot of textbook level like boring stuff, but you're going to have to read them nonetheless. So this is just a heads up, you're going to be reading a lot.